It's at the beginning of September 2022, and I have just written on Facebook. Yesterday I wrote it about there is no hell. That I don't believe in hell. I wrote, and many was angry at me. Those that is in Jesus. I have, as I am love. Do I not block anyone if I can avoid it? So I have many of those people that is leader for Jesus churches. So they, of course, they go angry because I maybe are going out from their teaching about how they see it, how they read the Bible in their way to have Jesus in front of their eyes when they read the Bible. But I don't have Jesus in front of me. I'm open to see the truth, and I don't read the Bible like they do, because God had taken away my ability to read like I read before God was coming and took away the ability to read. I was reading many books. I was always at the library and bring home many books and read. But I can't do it today, and it's only I can read a small part of the Bible if someone asks me, and or if I have to talk and write about something. But this with hell, they didn't understood. So I have to. It's my way to do it. I don't write the answer immediately. I want people to go in deeper, to think about what I wrote. So I didn't give them everything, and they go angry, and then you see those people that against me and against what I write. They have always followers that help them and laugh about my post or say something against it, and I am with you. They tell that one person that doesn't like what I write, and this and I don't have any people that can back me up to someone that write that she have write what she is talking about. It's some a few times I get this help. It's very rare. It have been maybe some, but it's a long time ago. So I am on my own on Facebook, like in all walk in life. I am on my own when it's come to visible people, and of course I have heaven, the whole heaven and God with me, but they don't write on Facebook. They tell me what to write on Facebook. That they have done since almost the day one, 2007, did I start Facebook. And it and is about that I don't believe in hell, because I have active chosen to not believe in hell, because I have I stop a little because it's so much energy coming from spirits that is in my home, and I think that's why they do this on me, to tell me that they have not left my home. They are here the whole time. Like I say, last episode, they are here, and I have not taken in hell, so I don't believe in hell in my life, because my heart is belong to heaven, and not one piece of my heart belongs to hell. That's how we do it. I know hell exists, and God have shown me, or those in heaven have shown me. I have talked about that when my husband, when I was married, my husband wake me up, and he told me that he had a very strange dream, and I had exactly the same dream as him, so it was real. It was like confirming that what I was dreaming was real, because he also dreamed that dream. It's very strange. But my husband never come out to hell. He stopped by, because it was like a bar, like a place, gathering place for people sitting and drinking, and I didn't. In that time, I have stopped to drink, and I was in exercise instead to live healthy. But my husband took drugs and was drinking, and so that dream make him stay in that bar. And but I pass by in out in the door, and then I go straight over the whole bar and drinking bar, and then it was a door on the other side. So I went out there in that other door, and I come out in hell, and there was, I have told you about this before in episodes. You have to listen at my episodes to understand everything. You can't only pick one episode that you want to listen at, that you think it's this episode is only for me. Those other is not for me. But all episodes is for you. If you want to know God and come closer to God, you have to listen on the whole podcast I have. And then I was there, and I tell you how it looked like in hell. There was people walking around there, like it was like they walking in like a track for each other. So, and they have a black hood on them, the whole down to their feet. This clothes, black clothes, and they were very white. They were white in their skin, and it doesn't matter if it was, if they, when they live in the world, that they were black skinned, brown skinned, yellow skinned, or red skinned. In that place, all was white because there was no blood in them. It was no streaming things in their body. And it was no sunshine there. It was a very pale moon in the sky. It hardly could reach where the man was, or the people was, men or women was walking, because it was cloudy also. It was misty air. It was no air to breathing in. And up on the hill I saw it was a graveyard with a cross. So it was Christianity cemetery. And I was not up on the hill. I only saw it in the background. And those people that was walking there, they were blind. I think they were blind of fear. They were screaming, but I couldn't hear their screaming. They screamed without any sound, and their face was full of fear. They were screaming and didn't see anything. They were in the darkness, total darkness. And they couldn't see each other. And they couldn't hear each other because there was no sound. And they couldn't see because of the fear they had. And it was like they were never touch each other. They never come in contact with each other. They were walking on their own, alone, in the darkness, without a voice, without could see. And when I have seen that, I went back to that place where the door was, and it was a staircase there in front of the door, and I couldn't go into the door. I have to sit and wait for something to happen. And then when I sit there on the stairs, there come one. It was many around me, but they didn't do anything to me. They only were around me, black. I don't want to say living creature because they didn't live. They were dead, but they were around me, zombies. But there was one coming to me with a black hood, And then he come very close to my face, and I saw it was like a green swirl going around in the darkness in the wood. And he told me, and maybe it was like he wanted to hypnosis me, I don't know, but he told me to open the door, let me come with you, let me in, he said to me. And I told him that I don't have the key to the door. I say to him, and he thought, because he was had living with the lies the whole time on earth, and he was in the lies in hell also. So he thought I was lying to him. So he come closer and closer to me and wanted to take me into his hood. But my husband saved me in that way, that he shake me up because he wanted to tell me what he had dreaming about. So I come back to my bed. So nothing happened. The door opened because my husband shake me up. And so I have been to hell. I know hell exists, but hell doesn't exist in me. It's everything is going around us. It's going around me also. The storm, it's coming up sometimes. It's very hard sometimes to be a human, to live here on earth. It's the hell is around us, but the hell doesn't need to be in our heart or in our mindset. I can be scared of the evil things that hit me, but it's last only a short time, because I can talk to God. I tell God about it, and I ask heaven to help me to take away what threatened me, and they do it very quick. In the past, when I was homeless in the United States and got evil things on me, it could take 20 minutes to get help from heaven. But today it's going immediately when I ask for help. It's also go away, or they tell me what to do. And so I learn. It was when I was selling kittens, and I breed beautiful cats that was expensive. And there was a man that had bought a kitten, and then he, after maybe 1 month, he was angry. He didn't like the kitten that he bought from me, and I had spent the money, because I used the money to do the work for God and travel away. And he come up to my door and knock on the door for 2-3 days and call me in the telephone, and I cut him off. And I was scared when he was up in my door, and I asked, what should I do? And heaven said the storm never lasts forever. The storm is only for a short time. So relax, they say to me. So that's when I learned that to wait out the storm, let it do what it wants to do, and then suddenly it's gone. So I did it and learned from it. And of course, it was sad about the kitten, but I didn't have the money to give him back the money, and I didn't want to have the kitten back to sell it once again. Older, that people didn't want to have an older kitten, so I tried to avoid to get the kitten back, and I hope and I pray that this kitten got a better home. And so there, it's going around this with hell exists in the world, but it doesn't exist in your heart. So that's why I don't believe in hell, because I believe in God, and God is in my heart. So about tomorrow, I'm going to go to the police and get my passport, and then I have papers to send to Israel, to the health clinic, the university hospital in Jerusalem, and I hope they will accept me. It doesn't matter in that way that it have to be that I should have the control over it. I have bought a flight ticket to Israel, and that's what I act on. And then I act like I give them the paper to look at, and I don't even know if they help me to pay the cost, because I don't have any money for to pay for the health care in Israel. It need to be funds that help me to pay for it. And so yesterday I was getting a mail from the hospital, and it says what damage I have with my pancreas, but it's in Swedish, so I can't send it in that way. But a doctor will call me on Friday, in 3 days, and she want to talk to me about this, to send to Israel. So I have to prepare me to maybe give her the address to the hospital in Jerusalem, and I hope that she want to send me those papers. I think it's in the law that we can see our papers, what's going on in our bodies. So I think so that if she says something negative, I can tell her that it's my duty to could know what's wrong with me. And and then yesterday I get more knowledge about Jerusalem and about the Golden Gate, that the spirits have told me to touch the Golden Gate. And I know it's symbolic, uh, what they are saying. It's spirit and symbolic way to say it. And yesterday I found that there is where there the rock, the dome, rock dome, there, the one that is in that golden spheric roof, that is the sign of Jerusalem. That one, I have to go there. And I read yesterday about that Solomon. I was Google. I look at speaker corner. Where can I be and talk about God and heaven to people? And I was wondering where it was. And then suddenly I come to know that there is Solomon. Is like a speaker corner there that Solomon had. It was like a barn where they're gathering in, and they were speaking, they teaching about God and what they believe in that time. So, but they don't know where it is, that like speaker corner, that Solomon, King Solomon, he that touched things and it become gold. And you know that is symbolic also, that he touched and it was gold. He was a good businessman, and a businessman in many ways. It's the spirit they say. Correct me here that the businessman means not what it is today. The business is to could lie into wealthy, that you can illusion, doing illusion things for to create wealth. That is business for the spirits. And I have not, as I can't read the Bible, so I don't know so much about Solomon. The only thing I know is that I am related to Solomon, and so it can happen. Those is showing up here, and it's like it can be the spirit that is here. It's the spirit of Solomon, and he is telling me now that this spirit, I don't know if it's Solomon, but this spirit will show me when I come to the Dome of the Rock there in Jerusalem. He will show me where Solomon, where he was, and where those. He will show me all these areas that is important to know, that men have not found. They don't know where it is, and he will show me these things. So you need to follow me, and you will know what's will come to be in Jerusalem, it's gonna be something very special in Jerusalem. They are ready here, they say. Oh, I see many like spirits. I don't see their face, but I see them. They're some like misty, but there is lots of here, and they say that they are ready for Jerusalem. So they will tell me where to go and where things are that man doesn't know. But the spirits that I have with me, they know where it was in their time. So then it's going to be very interesting. So this is what I ended up in just now in this episode. You need to listen at that the whole podcast to understand what's going on. You can't only pick one chapter. And I am not Christian person. I have not sent the mail yet to go away from my membership of the church, but I am not Christian. I am not in any religion or tradition, so don't say that. You maybe think it is like that because you only listen at one episode, and then you think about from that episode that she's Christian, like that. Because yesterday there was a listener that come from Muslim countries, and they assume the whole time that because she is not Muslim, she is Christian. And that's total wrong, because I only believe in God. I don't believe in those other characters. They have exist. That's history about it. But I only believe in God. That's those other heaven, those people that is here that I see. Those people is the second important. God is the only main important for me. And those other that is here, heaven that is here, they are the second priority for me. And that my lineage on, I think I have not checked out my father's as much as I have checked out my mother's line. But my mother's line is in the Middle East, in Palestine, in Assyria, and so I belong to all those countries that was landmarks that was in the Middle East. So I think you should not assume that I'm a Christian, because I'm not. I'm only knowing that God exists because I have met him. So I know that God is priority one. And no matter if you say Allah, for example, Allah is Arabic for God. So it's okay for me to say God, because I am Swedish. And in Swedish his name is Gud, not God, Gud in Swedish. So that's the same as Allah. It's not Muhammad is not Allah. Allah is standing on his own. There is no one that is before him or on the side of him or very far down, is it? So that I end here, and God bless you and Allah bless you for listen.